Hello and welcome to my channel, The Door of Fifth Dimension. Uh, if you are living in India, you would definitely have heard about Jainism, but if you are living outside, if you're a foreigner, if you do not know about Indian religions, then it is possible you may not know about it. It is a very old religion, and we are looking at the Wiki page of it. Jainism traces its spiritual ideas and history through the succession of 24 Tirthankaras. So, who were the Tirthankaras? Tirthankaras were the supreme teachers of Dharma, righteousness, the right path. The word Tirthankara signifies the founder of a Tirth, affordable passage across the sea of interminable births and deaths, the samsara. So these are the revered 24 Tirthankaras, the gods of the Indian religion. And let's uh, look at all the Tirthankaras. Rishabhnath, Ajitnath, Sambhavnath, Abhinandannath, Sumatinath, Padam Prabha, Suparshavantha, Chandraprabha, Pushpadanta, Sheetalnath, Shreyansnath, Vasupujya, Vimalnath, Anantnath, Dharmanath, Shantinath, Kunthunath, Ara, Arannatha, Mallinath, Muni Suvrat, Neminath, Neminath, Parsharvnath, Mahavira. And these were of the present cosmic age. The next cosmic age are written over here. So why I created this channel is because I had a number of questions in my mind as to what happens after death. What is death? What is the meaning of life? Why we see this universe, this vast sea as empty? So when I looked at this line, the three main pillars of Jainism are Ahimsa, Anekantavada, and Parigraha. So it occurred to me that this is the key to a new dimension, the fifth dimension. What we see in the universe, we look at it as empty. But we are not able to see that the vast universe is full of various entities in different dimensions that we cannot see. If we go into the details of this Anekanta Vada, non absolutism, that this is not the absolute reality, we come to understand. We realize that there could be various dimensions and how we can reach that state where how we can even enter the door of Anekantavada. So the steps are Ahimsa and Parigraha. So before we go on to the steps, let's look at the mental state of it. The mental state No single specific statement can describe the nature of existence and the absolute truth. This knowledge is comprehended only by the Arihants. All knowledge claims, according to this doctrine, must be qualified in many ways. The doctrine of not one sided philosophical overview. So it encompasses many things: respect to all diverse views and ideologies, the idea reality gets enrichment in Jainism, as it proposes that the reality cannot be the one and ultimate, it can have multi-dimensional form. And this is the beauty of Jainism, that it teaches you that what you see is not the only reality. There could be many different realities, there could be many different dimensions. And this you will not find in other religions. Other religions are very simple to understand, but if you go in one word also of a Jainism, it's very deep. You keep on going inside. And now let's look at this word Syadvada. In Sanskrit is the theory of conditioned predication, the first part of which is derived from the Sanskrit word Syat, which is the third person singular of the optative tense of the Sanskrit verb. So even English is finding it hard to explain, but they are trying their level best. So what does it say? What does it mean? Perchance, maybe, perhaps. In Jainism, however, Syadvada and Anikanta is not a theory of uncertainty, doubt, or relative probabilities. Rather, it is a conditional yes or a conditional approval of any proposition, states Matilal and other scholars. It is rather a multiplicity or multiple possibilities. A lot of what the Tirthankaras taught was through word of mouth. There were no books in those times, there were no publishers. They could pass on their learnings only through word of mouth. So, what did they say? Mahavira did not use the word Anekantavada, but his teachings contain the seeds of the concept. So, what they say, they understand that soul exists, they say that soul does exist, it takes different forms. Our experience of the world presents a profound paradox which we can ignore existentially but not philosophically. This paradox is the paradox of change. Something. A change is, and therefore it cannot be permanent. On the other hand, if A is not permanent, then what changes? In this debate between the permanence and change, Hinduism seems more inclined to grasp the first horn of the dilemma and Buddhism the second. It is Jainism that has the philosophical courage to grasp both horns fearlessly and simultaneously, and the philosophical skill not to be gored by either. So, this is a lot of people have tried to interpret it, and why I created this channel is so that we can explore deeper into this. We can explore deeper into what I believe, what I make out of it, and I come to think of it as there are many dimensions. There could be many dimensions that we that are invisible to us. A lot of dimensions we cannot see, we cannot sense with our senses, which are very much limited. We try to understand this vast universe, but we cannot see because we do not have such kind of eyes to fathom what it is, to fathom which other dimensions there may be. And science, with its limited and science with its limitation, because it needs to first prove something, only then it can make out a statement about it. It depends on scientific things and about the various dimensions which no one can see, no one can hear, no one can feel, or have a reproducible effect. He cannot reproduce the same thing again. All of these things like telekinesis, telepathy, they cannot reproduce it. And hence science is unable to make sense of any of this. But the human mind, they cannot put it down on the paper. Science is unable to understand the full human mind. Why we dream, where we go in the dream. So a lot of answers could be there through this Jain religion, and it's a very old religion, and it's a very good religion because it will guide a person into how he should lead his life, what he needs to do, what is the true path for a man. So everything, if you seek, you will find here. So so with this, let me stop recording over here, and in the coming videos we are going to record some more philosophies of this religion, and I will attempt, if you are not a Jain, I will attempt to bring you closer to this religion so you can appreciate it. So I'm going to stop recording now.